Hello, rerun tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Shadowrun Dragonfall with me, BlueAnkylo. So I decided to redo that last couple battles on my own time there, just to see if I could find the project data that we missed. And I did figure out how to do it. It was actually very, very simple, although we may not have had enough time the way that went last run. So I'll actually show you the little clip of me picking it up. It's really not much. Hold on a sec here. So this was back after we had to hack into the data jack in that room with all the mages, and then after you've unlocked, I guess we'll start at the beginning. After you've unlocked it with Blitz, then you need your main character to hit the console, which I talked to somebody instead of trying this again, and that's all. So, here you go, I recorded it for you guys. You need either academic etiquette or intelligence to decipher it. So, all you get to do is copy it. I'm kind of annoyed that Blitz couldn't copy it right there. And that is literally all you had to do to get the data, to finish that part of the run. So, I don't regret redoing it to get that, because there's probably some benefits to having that, money and maybe some karma. And it was really easy to miss. It was kind of silly, because almost always if you hack a data node, you get that information, rather than, oh, you have to hack it and then touch a console. Also, just as a wrap-up, that last couple battles with the mages and the pincer attack there between the guards is actually really, really dumb. There's, as far as I can tell, no way, because I tried a few different times, there's no way to get past the mages unless you're basically an adept, or you've got a lot of points into body, which, I mean, honestly, I wasn't that far off. I had 5 points in body. If you had 6 points, you can actually ignore the pain. And I don't know, but I assume you can not tell the truth there, and you can continue your lie, and maybe, I don't know if you could rescue the test subjects, but I'm pretty sure you could get everything else, and you basically have a non-combat run for the entire thing, but oh well. The way I did it the second time to make it a little bit easier was the first group, the trolls, instead of talking my way by them, I just attacked them, killed them, just, 3 at once, and then we moved up, opened the scan door, the biometric door with Lady Blue, and fought the mages. It was a lot easier that way, but I did have to move pretty quickly because the knight errants were coming, and by the time I got to the exit door, I actually had a couple reinforcements show up. It actually isn't that bad. I only fought like 2 or 3, and they sort of come in like 1 or 2 at a time through the door you have to exit out of. You still have to hack it, but they come in that way. So, you consider how you want to run it. I decided not to use my my fetish that time around because we never got cornered the same, so I sort of saved some Nuyen by not having to use it, and I don't know, I'm still not really happy with my shaman stuff lately, so anyway. We're back in the Crits Bazaar, and I actually off-camera also checked if the shops had updated, because I wanted to have a little glance through while I'm not recording, and unfortunately, there is still no upgraded, there's still nothing new for us to buy, unfortunately. I'm not sure if our people are going to say anything new, but we'll try. Blitz looks grim. His customary table is littered with cigarette butts, and the heavy bags under his eyes tells you that he hasn't slept in a while. We just got back. How could you have slept? Lady Blue? Well, you don't look so good. No, I imagine that I don't. Hold on. Oh no, it's just I thought the music was really loud. I just had my headset turned up a bit more than normal. Okay, so I'm guessing that the rescue attempt didn't go so well. No, it did not. As it turns out, she didn't need to be rescued, at least not before I showed up. I don't really want to go into this, Chief. So here's the abridged version. I made a mess of things. With your world-class skills? However could that have happened? I don't know, Chief. I really don't. I hit the data node just like last time, and just like last time, navigating it was a breeze. At least, it was in the beginning. The Azis must have beefed up their security over the past year. That really shouldn't have been a surprise. He shakes his head, a miserable expression on his face. It was all going so well, but I guess I must have tripped something. In the blink of an eye, there was alarms going off, Then I had Black IC bearing down on me from all directions. I thought it was a dead man. Yeah, you know, in the last run, you almost died hacking us out of that terrible as-technology doorway. So, how'd you make it out? Well, Emily found me and, turns his head and looks away. She rescued me. I'd have been ecstatic to see her if I wasn't so ashamed. She didn't look particularly happy either. Well, that's kind of bad. Did she make it out okay? The last I saw of Emily, she was being chased down by Black IC. They'd gotten a trace on her. Then she must have jacked out because she just disappeared. She looked really, really angry. Livid would probably be a better word. And that's about it. She's gone, Lady Blue. He looks down into the cup of soy calf in his hands. I don't know if I'll ever hear from her again. Hey, at least she jacked out. She's alive, right? That means something. Yeah, I guess so. A cheerful tone chirps out of the terminal on Blitz's table. He jerks up in surprise and hurriedly turns to read the message on the screen. As he mouths the words, you can see the hope on his face flicker and die. If anything, he looks even more miserable than he did before. What's going on, buddy? He glances at you with red-rimmed eyes, then averts his gaze. Without a word, he turns his terminal so you can read the message. Congratulations, jackass. You've managed to blow an op 5 years in the making and endanger Emily's life, all in one fell swoop. Thanks to you, we're going to have to work very hard to keep your ex alive. Don't bother looking for her again. She's being moved somewhere very, very far away. She never wants to speak with you again, by the way. Idiot. Schockwellenreiter. He clamshells the terminal closed, puts his head in his hands. Well, at least you know who she's working for. His reply is dull and flat. Somehow, that's not a consolation. Nah, I guess not, buddy. Chief, let me ask you something. Did you suspect that something like this was going to happen? When you let me go in there, did you know I was going to fuck it up in the end? I mean, he kind of messes everything up, but I don't want to be super mean here. He is our Decker, and he's not the worst Decker we've ever seen. I had a pretty good idea, you know. Well then, why did you let me do it? I thought we were friends. Honestly, we could say this was to get back at him for that terrible run he sent me on where we're gonna be locked in a vault with an assassin. You know, we could remind him of that. But, you know, honestly, this whole thing was dragging him down anyway. He needed to get some closure here. I'm a better friend than you know. I just got you out of a toxic relationship. You don't know what you're talking about, Chief. You never even met her. I don't have to. She could have avoided all this and protected her oh-so-secret mission if she'd communicated with you a little better. She did also rob, insult, and abandon you. She left me notes. Yeah, inflammatory notes that provided almost no useful information. Look, you've made your share of mistakes, but no more than she did. He hangs his head. I don't know, maybe. I still love her, though. Well, that's something you'll have to work out for yourself. I'll give you some space and leave you to it. Alright, Chief, you do that. I've got some thinking to do. I mean, I don't know. I'm not surprised at all that his run was a failure. Seeing as that seems to be his standard off. Also, this girl that he fell in love with clearly was a double agent. She got close to him, used him to get some information, hacked into as technology, and then disappeared with basically without a trace. She could have given him some more information, and then he could have just waited till she was done her off. And it's been like 5 years or something, so really, like, he just needs to get over her, because I don't know if there's even a relationship there at all in the first place anymore. Oh right, I was gonna ask him about the so this is the data that I got, you know, off camera. Any idea where I can decrypt this data? No idea, boss, but if you want my advice, I say you should delete that information right away. You saw what those blood mages were capable of. Whatever they were working on, whatever Project Bloodline was, you should let it stay buried. Ooh. I don't ask these guys very often about the last run, I forget. You know, boss, living in Berlin, I never thought I'd get the chance to go up against a blood mage. You still haven't. Not sure how I feel about you freeing those clones. It might have been kinder to have put them out of their misery. It was your call, though. Yeah, you get little updates on the last mission, although it's kind of slightly odd when they talk about it as if they were there, when they clearly were not. Hey, Iger, what do you think about the last run? Complex needed to be buried. What they were working on there was an atrocity, Lady Blue. I'm glad you were able to put a stop to it. Saving the clones was a bold move. Would have been easier to leave them where they were and consider them collateral damage. She nods, but it was the right choice, Lady Blue. Awesome. Figured Iger would appreciate. Glory will appreciate it too. We've got a job to prepare for, Lady Blue. I don't have any more time to talk. Aww. She doesn't want to chat with us. So we should be getting some pay data from that last run. Oh, so I could delete the Aztec data. I don't really want to do that. I think we can report the jobs complete, though. This is not the same as the data. This was just get my money. Yeah. You submit the job as finished, and wait, because we blew up the building, so primarily this is done. From Frau Müller. If you are receiving this message, I have fled the country, or am otherwise unavailable. Don't worry, you're still being paid. I've made the appropriate preparations. In any case, Lady Blue, thank you for helping me. Please do not attempt to contact me again. As far as the world and my former employees are concerned, I'm buried under a ton of rubble. It's best that I remain that way. Yvonne Jemez. She actually gave me her real name, maybe? Now I can hunt her down for sure. I wonder if that was like the girl... Like, because there's that email at the very first floor about someone, like, I'm coming over for drinks tonight because I learned something terrible, and then that guy, like, probably died. Maybe this was the girlfriend, and then he's like, okay, we need to burn this place because they killed my husband or my boyfriend or whatever. I don't know, maybe. A moment later, a second message pops into your inbox. Payment details. 36,000 new yen. Minus almost 10,000 for crew, minus 2,400 for supplies, minus 18,000 for the Alice Fund. Well, we must be over the 50 by now. And some money for us. We've actually got a fair amount of money right now. And no active jobs, so I guess you know what that means. So yeah, status of the Alice Fund. Bingo! I'm gonna hold on for a second from this, but we've actually got like a spare 8 grand in there. That's not bad. Shadowlands pay data. We should get some back because of the OTK financial records. 440 nuyen. See, that's the problem. Like, you know, I talk about this all the time, but the fetishes for the shaman are about 1,000 nuyen or 800 or 1,000 nuyen per pop. Even the cheap ones are like 500. And I'm not even really making enough money on an average run. Like, the last run was a big run, so I made a fair bit of profit. But that's where you're supposed to buy gear and spells and stuff. Just the maintenance cost of spending a 1,000 nuyen spirit for every battle you get into, you couldn't pay it off like this. So I think we got 2 pay datas. So I guess we could try to sell the undecrypted information, but I think we have a side quest for that. But the DNA donor list is just straight pay data. So we'll see how much we can get for that. This pay data stuff is like pretty minor amounts of extra money, but what about the BBS? Kaboom! You feel that shake a few hours ago? Not an earthquake. As the facility went sky high downtown, boom. Can see the smoke from here. Friend of mine down there says it was a power spike that blew their generators. I doubt it. Only Shadowrunners have that sense of flair. You kidding me? That huge one that sprung up 6 months ago? Place must have cost millions to build. If it was rumors, hope they got a major payday. No way I'd go anywhere near an Azzy facility without a trunk full of ammo and a mage watching my back. Honestly, the power spike version sounds more likely. I've walked past the facility and they have guards posted at the door 24/7. Not to mention the automation turret system backing them up. No way someone got paid to waltz through that shit, Shiza. No way. So, dig this. Apparently, there were some survivors wandering around a U-Bahn station near the blast site. Some Bumana folks approached to see if they had accounts. Then one of them said that they had to keep running, and they all took off down the tunnel. Well, sure. With a blast of that magnitude, they were probably all in shock. Found another post about a bunch of glassy-eyed people wandering around. Said they were all wearing hospital gowns. The Bumona people must have hooked them up. They keep all kinds of medical gear in their rescue wagons. Maybe. Or maybe they were Aussie guinea pigs. Alright, I mean, I don't know the consequences here. I would definitely want to lay low for a bit after that Az technology run, though. Because, like, they're going to want revenge if they can figure out who we are. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Alright. So I think we just need to go talk to Paul. Or at least Paul first. Hey, Paul. I have nothing new for you, Lady Blue, and we have no time to waste. You have Alice's money, and we need the information. Get to the rabbit hole and hurry back. Alright, well, we'll do that soon enough. I did pull some pay data from the Aztec facility. Oh, let me see. Amsel glances at the files on your PDA. After a moment, he looks back at you with raised eyebrow. Those files, I can't read them. But I have my suspicions. I believe you walked out of the facility with the very information that Frau Mueller wanted you to destroy. Oh. I strongly suggest you delete this, Lady Blue. From what Mueller told us, this information is dangerous. But if you're determined to know what it is, or what it says, you could try the Talismonger Algernon. I have no doubt he can translate it for you. If we were smarter, like intelligent, or had the right etiquette, we could have deciphered it, but oh well. Oh, I need a password to transfer Alice's payment onto a cred stick? Amsel sucks in a deep breath. He suddenly looks as though an enormous weight has been lifted from his shoulders. Yes, very good. Excellent, in fact. This has been a long time coming, Lady Blue. You're telling me it's been like over a year. Alright, Lady Blue, before you make this transfer, there are a few things you should know. Firstly, this is a one-way operation. Once the funds have been transferred to the cred stick, the only person who will be able to access them is Alice. As far as the team is concerned, the money will simply disappear. Well, are you sure we can trust Alice? I am. Believe me, her reputation in the Shadow community is worth far more to her than 50,000 nuyen. She will deliver the information that she promised. He shrugs. Besides, what other choice do we have? We cannot run. And money will do us little good if we're dead. I suppose that's true. Okay, keep going. What's the second thing? Second, once you make your way to the rabbit hole with the funds, it's go time. I trust you understand what I mean by that. Alright, well, clarify it. What I mean is that retrieving Alice's information will be your only priority. No more distractions, no more side work. I will busy myself cancelling your remaining jobs and smoothing any ruffled feathers. Well, we don't have any jobs in queue anyway. I guess the idea is like if you hadn't done maybe the side quests with people or anything, I don't know. I don't know how you would get 50,000 nuyen too much earlier than that last one. That was 18,000 payday. Like, hard to get here with any side quests still active, I guess. I don't know, maybe not. Alright, anything else? Just that you need to be sure before committing to this. Time is important. A great dragon wants us dead, and that is not a thing to take lightly. But you shouldn't return to the rabbit hole until you're prepared to act. If you have any doubts, then I'd urge you to wait. Alright, we're all good. He breathes a sigh of relief. Excellent. Your password is Volkingen. Once you're en route to the rabbit hole with the funds for Alice's payment, I will cancel the remaining obligations. Gotcha. I have to say, Lady Blue, this lifts an enormous weight off my shoulders. When Monica brought you on board, I was initially unsure about you. I would never have said that to anyone else, of course, but I kept you under a watchful eye. I can see now that I needn't have doubted her judgment. She chose her successor well. Now please, go fetch the information from Alice. We're one step closer to surviving this mess. So I guess I didn't try, but like, I guess the Alice fund was locked by Paul. So I guess that means he didn't actually trust us with 50,000 nuyen. He's like, well, the new girl can't be trusted. We better not let her have full access of this account. Did he tell us the password? He oh, it's Volkingen. Right. Volking. I'm probably spelling it wrong. Yeah. Okay, I'll have to look it up. That's, it's not English, guys. I don't know how to spell stuff like that. Volklingen. That's it. I missed an L. Try this again. Volklingen. Alright, we got it this time. The fund disappears from your account. Moments later, a message pops up on screen. Transfer complete. Sitting in its dock on the keyboard, a green LED blooms to life on Alice's cred stick. The trigger has been pulled, the rabbit hole awaits. Alright, we will go there. This didn't cancel my side quest, did it? No. Before we deal with any of that, which will probably be next episode, we have a couple more things to turn in around town. And I should check if we... I mean, you want to talk about the last mission yet? Yeah, any thoughts on that last run? I was going to ask you. I never thought I'd set foot in an Aztec building. It looks different in Meat Space than it does in the Matrix, I'd say that much. Truth be told, Chief, I found the whole experience kind of nerve-wracking. I'm glad we're out of there, and I'm even gladder that the building is a pile of smoldering rubble. Alright, Glitz. Alright, so we need to talk to, two people at least. We've got to talk to, Luca Dwyer and Algernon. Just kind of interested in what they're selling, but I don't think there's anything new. I think Blitz actually has a really good deck right now. It would be really cool if we could buy him a better drone, though. If you guys remember my Dead Man Switch playthrough, Riggers are, well, in my opinion, way stronger than Shamans. You spend your 2,500 Nuyen, and you've got these things forever, basically. And these things are, well, the spirits are pretty tough, but you can have 2 drones at once, and they get some pretty huge buffs from your drone control. Yeah, there's lots of armor. It looks like the rest of my crew has upgraded to around that tier of armor anyway. I might have been able to buy ESPs for Blitz and equip them. Like, he's already got the attacker and the exploder. I might have been able to buy the assassin one and then equip that to him. I'm not actually 100% sure. Same thing with some of the programs. Like, he starts with 4 out of 6 equipped. It seems possible that I could actually have bought him a couple spares or something different, maybe. But I don't think you can unequip what he's got. Cammy grins at you. All sparks and mischief. Hey there, how you been? Could be worse. Can't it always? Be well, mine Freundin. Stay safe. Alright, well. Like I said, I don't think there's a whole lot more chit-chatting going on lately. Hopefully before too much longer, though. I want to get some new gear. So, yeah, we sent the message. My organization is displeased with your performance in the AG Chemi Europa office. Would have been very easy for you to make some extra Nuyen. Oh, that was the one where... That was like 2 runs ago, or before, like 2 main runs ago. What was I supposed to do there? Oh, that was the Mark 6 one. He's mad that I didn't send the Mark 6 device to him. Whatever. I talked to the exec. He'll fall in line, except that he's already dead. Well, thanks for the Nuyen. He smiles broadly. Excellent work. Perhaps you do have a future. That's like the first time I've done anything for him, and the guy that I told the message to is dead now, so enjoy it while it lasts. We could buy some cheap booze. Oh, I've got some cheap booze. I forgot about that. Found this liquor in my travels. Worth anything? No, not quite. I received cases of this for less discerning clientele. I can offer you maybe $10. Whatever. Cleared our inventory out a little bit. Alright, just killing some time. So I think there was an option if you had the right etiquette to get something other than cheap booze a couple missions ago. Probably just always need the right etiquette for everything. Alright, hey, Absinthe. She smiles at you from the counter. The light catches her hair in such a way that it looks to you like spun gold. Lady Blue, a pleasure as always. What can I do for you? Just looking for some magic. Same as always. Yeah, nothing really updated. So, Algae. Can I call you Algae? We're buds, right? So, I actually have a real question for you this time. I came by some data on a job. It's written in a foreign language. Maybe you can take a look? Oh yes, of course. Hand it to me if you will. Algernon sweeps his eyes over the information on your PDA. His mouth curls into a frown, then a grimace of disgust. This is an abomination. You would do well to delete it. Well, what is it? He meets your eyes. Nothing that should exist. But you are looking for specifics, and you will continue asking until you have them. The impetuousness of youth. Very well then, I will try to provide the knowledge that you seek. There is great power in blood, Lady Blue. It can be used as a focus, a battery, or a bridge. The blood mages of Tenochtitlan, I don't know how to pronounce it, are widely feared for their proficiency in abusing this power. This project, this bloodline, seeks to abuse the power of blood in a novel and horrifying way. With the techniques described in this document, a spellcaster could use a person's blood as a magical conduit. In layman's terms, a spell could be channeled through a father to kill a son, through a niece to kill her aunt, anyone with a hereditary connection to the original target, regardless of distance. Do you see the ramifications of this, Lady Blue? Do you understand what this means? Were the project completed, were the techniques described within to be perfected, nobody would be safe. You could run and hide, you could go to ground, you could bury yourself a mile in concrete. It would not matter. As long as technology can find a blood connection to their prey, they could target them, and it would be fatal. He hands your PDA information intact. This is yours, Lady Blue. You have heard my concern, and I will leave the rest to you. Yikes. Yeah, so that's Project Bloodlines. I guess they didn't actually name it anything terribly, secretive. It's exactly about bloodlines. I mean, the Shockwillen writer wants that data. I guess they're just gonna... See, last time they just published everything in the open net so everyone can access it. I don't know if that's a great idea. So far, everyone's telling me to delete it, really. Anyway, just to prove it, I don't believe there's anything new here. Yeah, unfortunately the shop has not updated. Which is a darn shame, because I need some new spells. Well, I mean, my gut is telling me to delete that, but I think I'm just going to send it to the Shockwillen writer. Maybe the idea is if you release the data, maybe people can find a way to counter it, or... Like, I don't know, As Technology, at least it won't be a secret. Like, I bet you, like, As Technology probably has a copy of that data somewhere. I doubt that they would have just had one local copy, you know, like, I bet you they still have something else. So what good are we really doing to delete it? I don't know. I bet you they'd continue their research anyway. Plus, we probably get paid. The machine accepts the upload, and we get karma. And only a few moments later, a certified cred stick is spat out of the coin slot. The phone's old LCD reads out display text. Freedom, equality, information. Shockwillen writer. Well, you know, I don't know if it was the best decision, but we did get paid. We did get some karma. I think that is the most important. Now, to be fair, deleting it might have gotten us the karma as well. Alright, is there anything else we should do around town? Can't even talk to our sim junkie. There might not be anything left. I'm thinking of checking. It's been a really long time since I went to the med shop. I'm trying to do a quick survey of the town again. Not that there's been a whole lot of new stuff, but it's been a long time for me since I've seen these guys. So, do I need anything for real? I've still got 1 gold kit and 2 premium med kits. Nothing in stash. He doesn't even sell premium med kits. Nah, it's good to know how much they cost, though. 500 Nuyen, 250 for cheaper versions. Medkits are pretty cheap, you know. Unlike fetishes for your summons, you could probably, you know, use a couple of those every battle and they wouldn't break the bank. I know we picked up, like, some custom cyberware at some point that was pretty good. Like, there's a paint editor here. Basically just trades 1 intelligence for 1 willpower. I kind of forgot about that. We could theoretically pick that up. It's got no essence cost. Let's see. Intelligence, our intelligence is actually quite a lot lower than our willpower. And it's cheaper. Like if I want to pay back this 1 intelligence, that's like 2 or 3 karma. Paying back that or buying 1 new willpower is like 7 or 8 karma. So this is like a net karma gain. So that's not a terrible build, terrible idea. I mean, I don't know if there's anything better. There's also some low essence. Now, the problem is even it always rounds up to at least 1 essence, and that does decrease my magic stat. But, like, technically I could get, like, dodge, quickness, and then data jack, because together they're less than 1. Then we just round up. What you really want is, like, BioWare if you're wanting to go with low essence stuff, although it tends to be expensive. +1 basic armor with pretty like if you were going for a chrome or like a street samurai build, this stuff is really cool. Like +1 armor for almost no essence cost. That's pretty solid. You can get dermal plating, but it's generally really high essence. Plus strength, fancy eyeballs. It's not bad. Toxin exhaler, close range poison attack. That's kind of neat. +1 intelligence. For sure, if you were going with like the decking rigging build, that would be really good. I wish they'd had that in Dead Man's Switch. That would have been perfect for my character back then. There's some more BioWare. +1 movement would be useful as well, but I'm probably not going to go with anything that costs essence, just because we are mage technically. Pheromones for charisma. I mean, that's cool. Oh, that's that bright light system. There was an option to use that to blind somebody. That's cool. I don't know how often that works. Maybe it's like a combat ability or something. Another +1 intelligence. Kind of cool. Auto-injector with hyper, just a drug injection. I guess it's kind of like what Glory's auto-injector is, except for its AP. There's that dermal plating. Bliss injector. Well, I mean, I've got lots of money. Because it says 0 cost, 0 essence, I'll buy a paint editor, I guess. 1,000 Nuyen's not very much anymore. It does say 0, right? I'm not crazy. Yeah, cyberware causes essence loss, which lowers your magic rating, but yeah, so each point of magic lost adds to spell cooldown. But this doesn't cost any essence at all, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, our essence is still 6, our magic is still 6, we didn't lose anything. All we got was paint editor, +1 willpower, -1 intelligence. And if I want that intelligence back, let's see here. Okay, so it is going to cost me 4, although my base is 3. Like, it just, you know, it's a -1, but it doesn't change your actual pay. How much karma you have to pay. But the thing is, like, willpower was going to cost me 7. Well, the problem is, if I want to get higher spell casting, I still have to buy that, even though my base willpower is actually 8 now. Well, I still think it's a fair trade. It's not quite as good as I was hoping, because I can't use that 7 or 8 willpower to upgrade my spell casting. But willpower does protect against enemy magic attacks. Intelligence doesn't do anything like that for me. Interestingly enough, wasn't there some spells here that needed intelligence 3? Seems like maybe I've, you know, if I can keep them equipped, I'm not even paying the price. Like, I didn't need my intelligence to get up to 3 for anything specifically other than learning those spells. Maybe once you've learned them, that's good enough, even though I'm, like, dumber now. Well, that's kind of cool. I'm going to go check back with Algernon one more time just to see, because if my my intelligence of 2 probably means if I want to buy more mage spells, I probably have to buy my intelligence back up. But I don't know. I feel like +1 willpower might not be the worst idea. I don't know. I'm supposed to be a shaman anyway. I'm supposed to be using charisma, but there was not really a essence-free option for that. So yeah. So I couldn't buy, or equip anyway, the intelligence 3 type of spells now. But didn't I already do that? I'm sure I put intelligence 3 for some reason. I thought heal, wound, and aim required int 3. The conjuring stuff hasn't had any intelligence requirements anyway, so... oh well, we'll leave it at that. I don't know if that was the... Might have just been sort of a waste of 1,000 Nuyen, but whatever. Worst case scenario, I spend 4 points of karma to get my intelligence back. And that's the end of that. Now, before we end the episode, which is basically what we need to do, maybe I should spend my karma points? I was hoping that I would get to the next tier of spells before we looked at this. Clearly, more body points wouldn't be a bad idea. In combat, we're kind of trash. There's no value to strength. There's very little value to intelligence. I do think because I put 7 in charisma last time, we should at the very least pick 7 in conjuring. And I should probably go for, like, the Hellstorm Barrier, although I don't think we can buy it yet, but that means we'll need 8 here. Which means we can get another etiquette. And if I had academic etiquette, we actually would have been able to translate that stuff on our own. At this point, like, I don't know, what kind of etiquette do you think Lady Blue would want? She's already good with security, Shadowrunners, and street. Given our current situation, maybe corporate would make sense, because... I don't know, corporate... Like, I think we're past gang territory. Socialite never really interested me. Academic is okay, but corporate... Seems like if you're going to be a Shadowrunner, you should maybe learn about corporate. Like, if you're a Shadowrunner, I think these are maybe the four most important, like, role-playing wise, right? Like, well, security because we're always breaking into places. Corporate because we're... half of our runs, probably more than half of our runs, are hired by corporations or against other corporations, you know. You might as well know what you're dealing with. And I've got enough karma left to also smoothly run out a spirit summoning upgrade. This will unlock the fire and earth spirits that we could buy fetishes for. And it does say the higher the skill, the more powerful the summoned spirit. I don't know if that's just the fetish, but I think it includes the summoning point spirits as well. Like, I don't know exactly how they get stronger, but I might not put very much more in spirit summoning. I think spirit control is just reducing the chance they break free, and because of our idol, I've been avoiding them. Yeah. This is fine. And then after this, we'll maybe save up for Conjuring 8. So we are really, really charismatic right now. 9 points altogether. It's crazy. Crazy good. Alright, guys. That's it for today's episode. If I need the intelligence, we'll buy that for more spells later on. But I feel like we're powered up fairly well. Still no final levels for our crew. We'll talk about that once we finally get them, basically. So, yeah. The only mission we've got left is to take the U-Bahn to meet Alice. So we'll do that next episode. Thanks for watching, folks. Hope you've enjoyed, and have a great day.